it saves me from going absolutely fucking spare. I've got nothing to do at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it really is this or wank myself to death, whichever comes first.
I mean, I've been giving it a good go, but
Yeah.
so far the sweet release of death has not been forthcoming.
No, but the eyesight is on the blink.
Hairy hands.
But yeah, so how's it? It's been what, 4 or 5 years since we spoke properly. I'm just wondering how it's, how you're getting on.
Yeah, I'm all right. Just same as the last 4 or 5 years. Same since end of school. Just fucked off to uni. Haven't really left. Still doing that, to be honest.
Where did you go?
Pardon?
Where did you go? Like to uni?
Oh shit. I ended up at Cambridge.
Oh wow, as in actual Cambridge University for the rich, the posh, and the smart. Well done. Congratulations are in order.
To get in without being any of those three. Just
well, I know
the
that.
The bullshitters are the little known fourth category who sort of get in. And, that's been what I've been riding the coattails of. But yeah, I've managed to not provide anything useful to society for the last 4 or 5 years. So that's pretty much been me. Yeah, fuck. What have you done since we've left school?
Well, I'm still, I'm not left town. I'm still around where we all used to hang out and all that sort of thing. Odd jobs, bits and bobs. Don't think I've quite nailed down the career yet, but just having fun.
We're in our 20s, that's what it's for.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on then.
No, I'd say, this place hasn't really changed. If you came back, I think you'd find, the last cup of coffee and cigarette you had here where you left it. It's exactly as it was and will always be, I imagine.
Yeah, hidden down the back of the bin in my parents' house. Yeah, I haven't been back in, a long time, man. Long time. Occasionally might come back for Christmas, but I don't know. It just feels completely like that bit of my life is just gone now. But nice to know that people are still there, still keeping it fun.
Fun might be a strong word. But yeah, we're getting by. It's odd. Most of the people we went to school with have all gone.
Oh really?
Yeah. It's not often I bump into someone I recognise, and when I do, it tends to be because they're back visiting, like you say, or whatever, something like that.
Oh, fuck. Is it, has anything changed in town recently? I never get into, the centre, because I normally just, get the bus in, see my parents, and then just sort of, fuck off.
We got a Wagamamas.
Wagamamas? That
seemed to please everyone for a while.
Suburbia is becoming, cosmopolitan now. That's what's happening.
Yeah. I think it's a long way off from full. It's still very white and Brexity. Don't worry, that hasn't changed. That never will.
Well, good to see that it's how I left it.
Yeah. So
Gosh, I mean,
ages
since I've since I've really seen anybody, to be honest. From way back when. It's only 4 or 5 years. But are you in contact with anybody else from school or?
Not really. That's why I'm kind of doing this thing, see what everyone's doing. I guess if we can't have an actual school reunion, we can have a digital one.
Yeah, I could sort of see all the people that I used to hate.
I hope they are thoroughly miserable. I really do. There's not even a small part of me that goes, oh, maybe they became decent people. Even if they did, I want them still to be punished.
Yeah, I want them to live with piles forever.
Yes.
And never get any green lights, and always suffer from some sort of severe erectile dysfunctional disorder.
So yeah, are you? I don't know. Are you seeing anyone? You got yourself a girlfriend yet, or?
Complicated. I was seeing somebody for a long time.
Yeah, what was she like?
He actually.
He?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
fucking
that
knew
happened.
it. I fucking knew it.
Well,
100%.
I've got the pierced ear and everything, so
I always thought that was a myth. I didn't realise that was a true sign. There you are.
I got that before. I got that before the whole gay thing. But no, we were seeing each other for a long time, and then he was a bit older than me, and he got his doctorate, and fucked off to America to work.
Fuck me, knocking about with gay doctors, man. You really have changed.
Well, no more fumbles behind the school sheds with
Tell me who you fumbled by, because they'll be on my list to call, and I'll ask them about it. You know bloody well.
Oh, funny you should say that. I met them on holiday, so you really wouldn't know them. No, okay. Well, remember Lizzie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, definitely had a fumble with her.
Right.
Definitely
a woman. Like, were there any lads at the school?
No. There weren't lads for a long time. I managed to go through most of my undergrad without that happening. Late bloomer.
So when did you figure out you were I don't know, what do you, gay? I guess that's probably the right one, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a complicated one. I mean, some people take the long way around. And I was definitely one of those people, just enough sort of failed fumbles with people like Lizzie, and then you get drunk once and whatever. I think, to be honest, except for Will, other Will, and
I was going to say I'd have remembered this.
No, other Will, Ginger Will, and John, who I still see a little bit. I think you're the first person from school who knows. So maybe there's a few bets that are being settled now when everybody else falls.
I'm both honoured and ready to collect my winnings, because I did fucking know it.
I hope you bet a lot of money on it, because that would be you'd be on for a real winner there. But yeah, newly single man. It's I was hoping to get some action, but being cock blocked by coronavirus, you know how it is. What about you?
Well.
You
not
married with kids, I'm guessing, or?
No, not dissimilar. Newly single, not that long ago. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Move house, get all of that shit done before all this nonsense kicked off. So yeah, just on my own now.
Was it amicable? How long were you guys going out for?
Oh, amicable? No. No, it was not. No.
I've just been feeling lost recently.
Lost? In what way?
Like I'm drifting through life. Nothing means anything anymore. Do you get like that?
Sure. Sometimes. You'll pass, though. Just gotta try and get on with your life in the meantime, I think.
Yeah, well, how have you been?
Not bad. I mean, I can't complain, anyway. Job's fine.
Oh, what is, sorry. What is it that you do? I completely forgot.
That's okay. I work in retail management.
What? So, you mean you're, a manager at a shop?
No, sorry. I work at retail management. So we're a company that offers services to other businesses in order to better themselves, so they're able to run themselves. Yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to explain. But how's your work been, by the way?
I don't know if I'm really ready to talk about that.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, well, like,
Oh, I mean, of course, if you don't want to, we don't have to. Last time we spoke, you were working in a bar, I think.
yeah, no, I'm not working there anymore, but I got the job, like, from there, working in the bar. Like, it's hard to explain.
Yeah. Well, like I said, no worries if you don't want to. But if you do, well, I'm all ears.
All right. Well, how about we order some food first?
Sure. Cool. How do you find that?
All right. Yeah, I think that'll do.
What's
I'll
it
just
for?
go over the lines in my own time, and
What is it for?
I don't know. I actually don't, and I'm kind of a bit reluctant to put any hope on it because it's lockdown, and I feel like it will be for a theatre show, which probably wouldn't happen in the first place. I am a bit confused why my agent is asking me to audition for it, but
What? Hang on, it's not a self-tape.
no, this is a thing, and I'm like, because they're saying they can get by it by having like one person in the room and social distancing 2 meters.
But where are you doing the audition?
I don't know. I don't know anything else about it besides.
That's so weird.
But they said that they're like, well, to be fair, I'm taping for it first,
Right.
and then they're going into audition stages.
Right. So maybe it's going to probably be after the lockdown then, do you think?
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't fancy trucking to London.
No, fuck that.
No, that's too right.
No, you don't want to do that. That is weird though, that they've... I understand where people, still want to keep projects and stuff, but I don't know, it just seems a bit strange. But maybe, like you said, maybe it's just because they're doing the first round in tapes, and then by the time they've shortlisted everyone, then hopefully you'll be able to audition, which seems a bit weird. Also, I think your character is definitely a prostitute.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Sophie, your castability, I love it.
Honestly, it's weird. I'm either cast as a kid or a prostitute, which makes no sense.
That is so wrong in so many ways.
It really is.
Do you know what? I'm similar though. I'm always cast as a kid.
Yeah.
Or a drug addict, so it's not much different.
Really?
Yeah.
I read a thing that if you have like cheekbones, you are 9 times out of 10 cast as like drug addicts,
Yeah.
or like really strong ladies, or
Got a
but
strong
if you have like
jawline.
if you have a round face, which I have, I feel like I do, and I'm always cast as like the dumb girl or the child,
Yeah.
or sometimes like the girl that is a psycho, but you don't assume that. And I'm like, it's so weird how they're going off your facial.
I know. Like,
I want to be.
But there's
let me
nothing-
be a drug addict. That sounds fun.
yeah, drug addicts is fine, but I don't want to do it all the time. But do you know what? It is really fun. Like, I had to play this drug addict once, and it was, for Top Boy. Have you ever seen Top Boy, the series?
Yeah, I have. Well,
So
I haven't seen it, but
I had to do it for it was Top Boy season 3 trailer or something, and my character was Nitty, and it was actually disgusting. Like, they got my hair and they like greased it all down, and I was wearing like massive over big clothes and like this like trench coat, and they proper greased my hair. Like, they made me have like bags and stuff and like a few little like weird like blemishes and spots, and I was like, this is like, I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, I actually look disgusting. But I was like, no wonder I've been cast as a drug addict, because I really do look like one right now. Did I not tell you about this? I swear I did.
No.
But to be fair, it was only like a day shoot thing. But yeah, and then I basically had to ask the lead protagonist, because I haven't seen it, to be fair, but I had to ask him for money or food or something, and then he was like, no, I don't have any on me, and then I was just like, oh, fuck you. And he's like, why didn't you? Fuck you. And I was like, okay, this is so weird. But yeah, it was a great time to be a drug addict. And then everyone else was like, got to wear like Adidas stuff. Like they were like just extras kind of in it, but they were wearing like these really cool like sports clothes because they were going to be like in the basketball area. And there was just me dressed as an absolute like disgusting. Like like have you seen Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
So the two, that couple that have the little ginger kid. And,
oh my god.
And then I ain't no stick. That's what I look like. And I was like, okay, fair enough. I was like, that's my castability now. Which is great.
Wow. No, you've got a diverse range.
I could be a 14-year-old kid or I could be a drug addict. Which one would you prefer? But yeah, well, it's just weird, isn't it? Castability.
Yeah, I know. I am gonna have to go very soon because my mum's putting tea on. But
oh no,
I know we should definitely make this like a weekly thing.
Oh please, can we? I miss your face.
I know.
When are you back in London?
I don't know. How long is a piece of string?
That is true. Yeah, I obviously like we both work in a theatre, so I can't see it going back to normal anytime soon. But say if you're back in London before, obviously you go back to work and stuff, just let me know because I hadn't seen you for a couple of months before this lockdown anyway. So, but yeah, I'm glad you're doing okay though. It's good to see you.
Yeah, you too. Oh, it was so nice to talk to you.
Yeah. What day is it today?
Honestly, no clue. Sunday.
Every day is Sunday.
Every
right.
day is Sunday.
What's your schedule like on a Sunday?
Nothing.
Sick. Same. So, do you maybe want to do like a weekly Sunday chat?
That would be really cute.
And if you need any more help on this script, just let me know and I will whack it up again.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
No worries, honey.
Yeah.
So lovely to see you, but I'll speak to you soon, alright?
Yeah, you too.
Okay. Love you lots.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm just focusing on accumulating houseplants now.
Really?
That's my new hobby.
Has that been your lockdown
Yeah.
obsession?
It's weird. I just get them from everywhere. It's crazy.
Oh my
like even
God.
people I've got this massive houseplant. I don't have any room for it. Do you want it? And I was like, yes. I was saying yes to everybody, and now I'm like, I have a jungle in my flat.
Just
I don't know
living.
anything about. Yeah, I don't know anything about taking care of plants. Like I like the idea of being a green-fingered person, but I'm not. I've killed more things than I've never
no.
kept alive.
It's just a room of dead plants in your
Yeah.
house.
Wouldn't that be so sad?
Oh my
Just
God.
being sat in a room on a chair surrounded by dead
Dead
plants.
things. Oh my goodness.
A variety of dead things. No, but it's okay. Nothing's died yet. So
That's good. I had a bonsai tree once, and I couldn't look after that one. That's as
Oh,
close as I
really?
came. Yeah, I was young. I was
okay.
young and foolish.
Well, I was going to say they live forever. Like,
But you've got to tend to them. I think it was like my parents were like, "We'll get you a dog if you can look after a tree." I
Wow.
couldn't, so they never got me a dog. I never got that dog. I never got that dog.
That's a
so-
shame.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Slightly different though. You don't have to pick up after a plant or walk a
No,
plant.
or take it for a walk. You look odd, wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
You look odd
as long-
walking a bonsai plant around the park.
Might look
But I bet
lovely.
someone's done it
I bet you someone has done it.
somewhere in Coventry right now. There's a man walking a bonsai tree. I
Okay.
guarantee it.
I literally would not be surprised. I'm pretty sure I've seen it when I lived there. I'm pretty sure.
Every time I go to Coventry, I see something crazy. I've never once been to Coventry and not seen the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's
I love
an
it.
unusual place.
It's
yeah.
very unusual.
I can't even really describe it. It's almost like a different. It's like a different world.
Yeah.
I've never been anywhere like it. It's got its own little cult, like subculture, but it's
Yeah.
masked underneath all this grey brick and commercial kind of restaurants and shops and stuff. But the people who live there are the ones that give you the key to unlock all this kind of special stuff.
Yeah.
And you do see some interesting people living there.
There should be a
Yeah.
show, The Secret Life of Coventry.
Coventry.
You know what you
When
don't
you
know.
walk around, when you walk around, you think this is the most unremarkable city I've ever been to. But then
Scratch
if you live there,
the
then-
surface.
you're like, there's some pretty odd people live here.
There is. I saw a man walking an imaginary dog once. I saw a man in a 3-piece suit, about 5 sizes too small. Like when the Hulk turning from Bruce Banner into the Hulk,
Wow.
and like ripping out the clothes. That was the guy,
Yeah.
and it was the
Is he
foot.
green?
No. The only difference.
Oh.
The only difference was he wasn't green. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I would be concerned.
Yeah, jeez. It was my second year of uni, and it was about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I heard some commotion outside of the house, and I was living in this quite kind of rough area, but I didn't pay any attention because it was 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was a student, and I was like, I'm not awake.
That is the dead zone.
Yeah, a dead zone.
Mm.
But then I went downstairs, and my housemate that lived in the downstairs bedroom said, "Did you hear what went on this morning?" And I said, "Oh, I heard some people shouting." And she said, "Yeah." So there was a whole EastEnders type drama scene outside our front door. Oh, okay. I think a guy walked in, and there was a woman, his girlfriend, in bed with his best friend. Seriously. I said, "Oh my god, that's so funny." And she said, "Yeah." But then all of a sudden, the guy that had walked in on them, he just pulled out a knife and stabbed him.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's the Coventry twist.
Stab.
There's the Coventry twist.
Funny thing was, I said, "Oh my god," and he said, but she said, "The funny thing is, he did it. Everybody freaked, and he said, 'Oh mate, I'm so sorry. I'm going to call an ambulance.'" So he called an ambulance. He's like, "I've just stabbed my friend," and did it immediately. He didn't run off. He didn't say, "You deserve that." He was just like, "Oh mate, I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. I'm just going to call an ambulance."
Stab and forgive, you know?
I know. And I
Stab,
didn't
immediately
believe her.
forgive.
Yeah, I didn't believe her, and then I went outside later that day, and I was like, "Yep, there's blood on the pavement. I believe you now." I totally believe you.
Wow.
So I hope he didn't die or anything, but yeah.
Fingers crossed. But I've been able to make cocktails throughout lockdown as well, because we've got
What,
that
your
bar.
Your garden bar.
Yeah, my garden bar. So my parents were like, "Well, you can make some cocktails," and then we're quite close to our neighbours, so like we've got the fence panel out, so I'm making them cocktails. So I haven't really stopped.
We haven't really had a break.
Not
You haven't
really.
been paid for it.
I just haven't been paid. I put out a little tip jar as a joke. My parents had a couple of friends around in the garden, and I put a little tip jar out as a joke. Yeah. And I was like, "I'm just going to put this here," and then I ended up making 20 quid, which was quite...
Oh, that's quite good.
My parents were not happy. They were like, "That's very rude of you." And I was like, "I've literally made you cocktails all night. I'm cheap. Hire someone next time."
Yeah. Anything for cocktails for 20 quid.
That's not bad at all, is it?
Not at
But
all, no.
saying that, I've saved a lot of money. There's another plus of lockdown.
Yeah, that is actually, yeah.
So I've saved so much money from not going to a pub. I
Yeah,
think I've realised that's where all my money goes.
yeah.
Just
It's interesting, people who've been furloughed and haven't been paid as much as they normally would, sort of, even though you're still paying rent and, whatever, you're not spending anything excess. So a lot of people went and couldn't buy clothes, and they couldn't go to the pub, and they couldn't travel. Like, I haven't been able. Most of my money goes on traveling to see my family and my friends.
Yeah, same.
But I haven't been able to do that. So literally, this is the first time in about 10 years where at the end of the month I'm like, I still have money. Even if it's just a little bit. It's like normally I've swapped over to my savings account by like the 20-something of the month, So it is a benefit. I mean, some people have really struggled. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but for me, I'm telling you, it's been quite good.
I know. I literally, because it's starting to ease, I went out and then spending money, and I was like, oh no, like all this money I've accumulated over lockdown is now going fast, and I'm like, oh. But that's been a plus, I suppose. Silver lining of a global pandemic is you might save 100 quid. It's such a weird time. And now what's the weirdest thing about now? Is everyone's, so in the middle of lockdown, everyone was like on the same level. Like we're all, I mean, not entirely. Of course, there's always differences, but like when most things were closed, it was like most people were on this sort of like in the same boat, essentially.
Yeah.
And now like things are starting to reopen, everything's going on, it feels like everyone's in a completely different thing. So it's like, you know, my parents went back to work way before me. So so they were like, oh, life's getting back to more normality. And for me, it hadn't changed. And now it's like, I'm going back. A lot of other people are not. A lot of people are being made redundant. And also, we don't know if there's going to be a second spike. So it's such a weird time, I think, now, to be knocking around.
Yeah, and even these moments of change where people are like, oh, I can do this now, I can do this now, sort of, because I mean, I've just been working through it because I just have one of those kinds of jobs. But you know, other than not being able to see people, not being able to travel, you know, I mean, I walk to work and I live near a supermarket. It's not really been that different for me. It's just forced me to get more creative with doing things like this and making more effort to go for like maybe a long distance walk with somebody. And you know, it hasn't been that different, but for some people, you know, it's like, oh, it's a surge all at once. Lots of people can now get the bus, they can go back to work, and all of a sudden my very quiet walk to work, where it was literally like a ghost town for like 3 months, all of a sudden all the traffic's back, all the kids are out on little bike rides with their families, and you think, well, this is making everything a bit more difficult for me, but these people have been cooped up inside for you know, God knows how long, so you can't really hold it against them. But it's just bizarre, like seeing the constant change and fluctuations of it being so quiet and then people being everywhere as if nothing had ever happened sometimes.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It feels like nothing had happened. It feels like there's like two different realities. So I feel like I was in lockdown for so long, but also for 10 minutes, but also for 10 years, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh wow, like now things are going back. I'm like, oh yeah, like I saw you like a couple of months ago. And I was like, oh no, it was a longer time. But also, like I can't remember a time before the word coronavirus, you know? Yeah. Or like COVID-19.
Yeah.
It's like that's the only word in my head.